about a mile away from my house, just up the road, and there's an abandoned prison. Well, it's not really abandoned. Well, yeah, it is abandoned. But anyway, I'm tired because I just ran up a hill. But this is the abandoned prison. Well, they shut it down back in like 2002, and now it's kind of like a park. But anyway, here it is. This is the side. This is maximum security. Was on the other side of this wall, and now this is like the perimeter road I'm walking on. And now it's part of a trail. There's a really long trail that stretches across Northern Virginia. It's called like the Cross County Trail, CCT Trail. But anyway, it goes like 30 miles or something. And you'll see little markers. I'll probably show it. I'll point it out. Back when they just shut down, hadn't turned into a park yet, I used to like break in here and explore the place. It was pretty creepy. Here's like a whole parking lot. Thinking of like shooting a movie here sometime. But anyway, big tree, old parking lots all overgrown with grass. It's like, I guess it's like an old office building, probably where the correctional officer stayed, maybe. All the doors are all boarded up. It used to be busted open. People used to break in there. Just ain't nothing to do. So when you was a kid, we used to just break into shit. But now everything's definitely boarded up. I'll just go around this way. Looks like cages for dogs. Looks like a dog kennel. But anyway, I kind of like having this prison space out here. It's like, because back then you could kind of feel how it would have been quieter. All these houses wouldn't have been around, and it wouldn't be so developed as it is now. Especially when you go out to the park where they have the frisbee golf, frolf. It's like a lot of old pasture land and farmland, and it's like a little escape from all these people, all the population and whatnot. So it's pretty cool. That's like where I'm gonna go to those doors right there. This is like the maximum security. This is where they would have been housed. This is like the jail within the jail. And like straight through there is like where the gates would open. And yeah, back then, when they closed down the prison, they shut it down. They only had like, all the locks weren't locked, but it was like chain links and then padlocks. Well, the padlocks are pretty hard to break into, so we just broke the chain, which is really thin, and we got in that way. And we went through those buildings, and all those doors weren't locked either, but they had like little latches on them, and then they were padlocked. Oh shit, there's a huge fucking bug on my shirt. Oh fuck, go away, go away. Fuck that. This is the prison baseball yard, baseball field. It is now like a little league field or something. But anyway, it's pretty cool. But I've been through all of this. Anyway, here's the guard tower. I went up in one of those and for some odd reason decided to take one of those spotlights, and it's really huge and really heavy, and we carried it about 2 miles. This was like 8 years ago. Had to be like 8 years ago. Well, I see they got a camera on there now. They got surveillance. See, I mean, like back then, that's all they have now. None of the locks are done, but the chain links are really thick now. But like back then, the links were really small. Buildings over there, those were like dorms, like minimum security. They were like open bay dorms, community sleeping area type of deal. Open showers in the back. And then there was a courtyard, fenced in courtyard in between each building. So I guess they could, I don't know, I guess they had open access to the courtyard. This was the warden's house. I don't know why they don't tear it down. I broke in this thing a few times, and it was much overgrown at the time. Like, see, they got the yard all cut and everything, but like from that house to like the road and the prison, you wouldn't even be able to really see through. But back in the day, we broke in here and just went around the house. It was alright. It was a pretty nice house. But there was a time when we were all in the living room, we were all just really quiet. And all of a sudden, it's kind of like a day like this, just really quiet. And then we heard like just knocking, like knock. Kind of like a woodpecker, but woodpeckers knock a lot faster. But it was like knock. And we couldn't even figure out what it was. So we just started running out of the place. But yeah, I guess this is an old house. And you can see the brickwork in the back. It was kind of like it was, you could tell back then. It looked like it was pretty nice out there. And I don't know, it might be overgrown now still, unless they cleaned it up. And this was the roadway. This goes all the way down to Lorton Road. And it's lined with a brick wall. This is basically their backyard. Or front yard. I don't know. But like back there, like towards down the hill, there's like all kinds of brickwork. Oh, there it is. See that they have like, look like little area there, then over there had more steps going down, and you could see it was just probably, that could have been a fountain in there in the middle, I don't know, but I could imagine that it would have been pretty nice sight to see back in the day. But this house, pretty decent sized house, back in the day, it would have been like a mansion. So this is where I entered in the first time. It's probably locked up now, but I came in like right through these doors. And check this out. This is an old grave site. William Lindsay. Can't really see it, the date on this one, but that one says wife of a revolutionary soldier, Anne Lindsay. Anne G. Lindsay, 1776, 1783. Anyway, can you imagine how old that is? Wow. It's like don't know what those were, but I think it was like a boiler room or something. Anyway. Look at this little office. I'd hate for this to be my office. It's barely as wide as the doors on each side. But it's a 2-story. Hey, will you keep it down up there? Yeah, sure, no problem, Bob. Okay, so what you got there is South County High School, a golf. Check out that building. I've never seen that before. I don't know what that is. I think that was like condominiums or something. Anyway, this is like the first hole of frisbee golf, I guess you would say. Whoever thought of making this a frisbee golf course is freaking awesome, because I don't think it could have been any more perfect, because once you get further down, it's pretty cool. Oh look, there's foxes, coyotes, deers, and snakes. You can see how this wall's kind of leaning a little bit. It looks like it got patched up right here. This wall was about to fall over. I remember when this was on the news. Or maybe it's supposed to be designed this way. But anyway, look, you can see in this crack, like this right here, all the way down, there's like more of a gap. Looks like it's like caving in almost. And it was on the news. It was saying the wall was about to fall over. They wasn't sure if they wanted to replace it because they was about to shut down the jail. That was just a little something. Little fact. There are a few prisoners who escaped, but you know, they wouldn't say nothing because they didn't want to scare nobody. But you could tell because there'd be, you know, cops and stuff with dogs walking around the neighborhood. When we were at that abandoned house back there, we threw firecrackers out, and I guess the guards thought they were like gunshots. And we ran through the woods and ran back home. Next thing you know, we saw police cars through the neighborhoods. We heard dogs barking. It sounded like hound dogs. But shoot, I guess they thought a prisoner was about to escape or something.